Let's see how we're going. Hello, this is Johnny Sporadic here with Mr Dave Darko.
How's it going? You alright?
We're recording for Darkworkz Studioz right now.
Yes.
Do you want to set the scene, Dave, or do you want to leave it to me? Or
well, let's both do it. What I see is a small zoo with only one animal, and it's made out of cardboard.
Really?
Yes, it's a rhino, and apparently rhinos are the most vicious of all animals, but I don't think that's true.
I suppose it depends if you provoke them or not, or sort of walk within their territory.
Exactly. Don't mess with their kids.
Don't mess with their kids. You've got a sort of an affiliation with baby animals and children today.
Well, what it is that we've been ongoing about this, and I think that people should obviously give their replies to your wonderful, what do you call these?
This is a podcast.
A podcast.
Podcast.
We'll talk more about pods in a minute.
That's one word.
But I think people should reply whether or not they believe a baby goat is actually called a kid.
No, because that wasn't the question. The question was, is a male sheep or a lamb a goat? I thought it was.
No, I was saying is a
Which
baby.
does actually sort of slightly bring us on very nicely
kids.
to because we were just discussing Slipknot and their latest album. And
yeah, go for it.
They're very much affiliated with goats.
Right. Okay. Yeah, they are. They like a goat.
And I was at the risk of quite the backlash. I was actually saying the new song "Devil in I" is I'm saying it's up there with "Wait and Bleed."
Right. Okay. Well, I honestly my knowledge of Slipknot is with the same with other bands. Is people say, "Do you like that band?" And I say, "Well, I do." And they say, "Well, which is your favourite tune?" And they always say about the new tunes. And I'm like, no, I see that band as the beginning of when I first heard that band. For example, the Deftones. Okay, they're an interesting band. Some would say they've sold out. I haven't said that.
I don't think they sold out.
But I love the Deftones. But the first album.
Do you know what I always found interesting about Deftones is the first song that I was, I suppose, exposed to with Deftones was "Back to School."
See, that's New School.
Which is New School, and isn't actually on any of their albums.
It is.
The closest, apparently, because I got told, because I went to university with a very big Deftones fan, he told me that it's not on any of their albums. He could be bullshitting here, I'm not sure.
Right.
But the song called "White Horse" was the original "Back to School," and they actually made "Back to School" to promote an album.
No, it's actually on the White Pony album, but the red version of that album. And there's actually two versions of it on there, and one of them actually has tribal rapping by Chino himself. So I've actually got that album. It's the same album that has Passenger with Tool involved.
You like a bit of Tool, didn't you?
I don't mind them, but the problem with Tool I found is a lot of people said they're so inspirational that when you go to their gigs, you just stand there doing nothing.
Do you see correlations between Tool and you?
No, I don't at all.
So you wouldn't say
at all.
You wouldn't say you're.
I said at all.
Yeah, because you are a Tool. That's what I was getting.
Well, I'm useful because I'm multitasking. So I'm more of a Swiss Army.
What are you multitasking right now?
Well, I can talk.
What are you doing right now?
I can do makeup. I can make people smile, not necessarily in the right way.
I thought you were going to say not necessarily at the same time.
No, I can
totally
make
debunk.
You're talking and smiling though, there, aren't you?
Yeah, smiling upside down.
They can hear it out there. You're podcasters. All two of you subscribing. Big love for that.
Yes,
well done.
Yeah, thank you, my 2 subscribers.
And whoever disliked it, can we just have a quick word? Whoever disliked it, you're a legend. Well done, mate.
Yeah, no, that is fair enough. I mean, to be honest, my first podcast was actually about this gentleman called Dapper Laughs. I mean, I'm not going to sort of go into that again because I don't really know too much about it, and I don't sort of want to cause offence like that gentleman. So we'll move on from that. The thing that I don't understand is that it tells me I've got 2 subscribers, but I'm not actually able to see who they are.
No,
is this because if when I do finally get like over 1 million subscribers,
then
which is definitely going to happen.
You'll start getting paid, and then you'll be able to buy me a bit.
So I can't check them all. Yeah, I know. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I mean,
now what it is because your 2 subscribers, and this is going to blow your little mind. They're actually ninjas. And that's why they're elusive.
They're ninja subscribers.
Yes.
It's kind of a half line there, I suppose. There's some sort of.
That's a really good name for a band, isn't it?
There. What?
Ninja subscriber.
It's too hard to pronounce. It's like red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
She sells seashells on the seashores.
I mean, we've sort of digressed a bit here. I mean, we did sort of...
The wise old owl.
We did start by setting the scene, and I was going to say we're actually...
Tell us about the scene.
We're in a lovely Let's call it a restaurant. A lovely restaurant.
Yeah, let's call it a restaurant.
It's very much candlelit.
It
is actually feeling rather romantic, and we do
romantic.
Across the wall, we have a big map of old.
Do you have any chemicals?
Old Brentwood and Essex. Old chemicals.
Do you have any chemicals?
In terms of what? Industrial industrial or domestic?
It'd be like was it like Chemical Romance?
No, started the scene. They're your favourite band, aren't they?
They're not high up, but they're not low
I
down.
wouldn't say they started the scene. I don't know what scene they started.
I like that tune.
Whatever scene they started, I wasn't part of it.
I like that one they did on the float.
Oh, what? Black Parade?
Yeah, because
that's old school.
Well, it's got a good.
No, new school even.
It's got a good start to it because he says about his father, and he says when I grew up, like my father took me.
I was a young boy.
My father. He doesn't sing like that.
No,
he should though sometimes.
So you weren't a fan of I'm Not Okay and.
I'm Not Okay.
You know what they do.
Do you know who their greatest influence is?
Here, go on.
Have a guess.
Gerard Wayback.
Never heard of him.
He always thought of the way back. Gerard Way was the lead singer.
Did he find his way back?
He just thought of things way back.
Right.
Was that their influence?
Well, no, it wasn't. It was Freddie Mercury, Queen.
Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah, because if you look at that video...
But the thing is, Queen have been an influence for pretty much every rock band since Queen,
not the Deftones.
Are they the Deftones? I thought they were just Deftones.
Well, they can be whatever you want them to be, because it's your choice.
Really?
They're not yours,
it's like
they're
the
not
S in
theirs.
S Club 7, the S stands for whatever you want.
Allow that.
Yeah.
So basically, the Deftones' biggest influence, have a guess. It wasn't Haribo.
Was it Buddy Holly?
No, you're close. It was Duran Duran.
Was it Duran?
Yeah. How weird is
that? That was so good they named them twice.
They did, didn't they?
Because I just thought it was the Duran, but then I got told they were that good.
You're definitely going to get at least 2 more subscribers.
Am I? Do you think?
Yeah, I think you will.
What? But then it's sort of grown at an exponential rate due to Duran Duran.
Yeah, that's like 50% influx.
Can you imagine if Duran Duran released an album like now and it was so good that they had to name them twice again, so they became Duran Duran?
That would be so funny though, wouldn't it?
I was just wondering.
Their tune would be like, they could call their tune... I don't know what they could call their tune. What should they call their tune?
What is it? Girls on Film. I think because they're a bit older now, and the sort of women they hang around with aren't actually going to be sort of slightly more dishevelled. I'm treading on risky surface here.
Don't worry about it.
But maybe it should be Girls on Radio instead.
Rick Mail will be proud of you.
So you can't see them. Girls on Radio, or girls with bags on their head. I don't know.
That. I like that.
Yeah, we're going into the realm of sexism and misogyny again now, which is quite bad because we were talking about Dapper last.
I want to do a shout out. Ready? Just one shout out. Help! I'm lost in the woods. That's my shout out.
So it wasn't to anyone, it was just a shout out. Yeah, I like that.
I was lost in the woods.
Yeah, no, you sort of subverted the idea of a shout out there. That was good, that.
Oh dear. Anyway, so it's been a lovely interview with you, Mr. Sporadic.
Why are you wrapping it up?
Well, I don't know.
I started this.
It's Christmas, isn't it? And I thought that we could wrap things up. Well, it's nearly Christmas.
It's November.
Which people get ready now. They go shopping, don't they? Get your shopping early. Why get your shopping early? Why not do it last minute? Live a little. Live on the edge.
I actually did all my shopping on Christmas Eve last year, and it actually worked out very well, to be honest. It was...
Where did you shop?
Colchester.
Right, that's a bit of an epic journey.
Yeah, well, I used to work in Colchester. I mean,
all the way from where you live now, in Hobbiton?
Less said about that job in Colchester.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, no,
let's talk about it. What happened?
Are
you a whore?
No, but the man I worked for was a money-grabbing whore. So
this old man.
Yes, we know. Yeah. We don't want to say anything too libelous.
No, we've got to be careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you next Halloween, sir, and we will be trick or treating.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, but it will be Halloween next year, won't it?
Okay.
And Christmas. That's a bit Duran Duran-esque, isn't it?
You know, I said about a map about Brentwood. I've just seen Woolwich, Charlton, and Greenwich on there. So obviously, I was mistaken. It's a big map.
It's a big map, but it's a small place.
Yeah. So thank you very much for listening to the second podcast. Thank you very much, Dave Darko.
Thank you very much, Johnny Sporadic.
I'm Johnny Sporadic, and this has been Darkworkz Studios.
Magical.
Enjoy your evening. Thank you for spending time with us. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. So
Peace
thank you.
out.